Good evening, my dear doctor, and welcome. We heartily welcome you to our Tejas conversation here today. And my dear viewers and audience, today's conversation is a very special one. And our guest here today, Dr. Balaram Biswakumar, is much more than a guest to me. Dr. Biswakumar is a multifaceted person whose expertise spans over medicine, teaching medicine, and above all, in instilling confidence and courage in everyone he meets. So full of energy and positivity, to me, he had been the light during the darkest. He is an eminent and much sought after neurologist in India, based in Chennai, who also served in the army. He has been the assistant and later consultant at the Institute of Neurology Government General Hospital, and Madras Medical College, Madras, from 1970 to 1986, in an honorary capacity. He was a professor of neurology, Sri Ramachandra Medical College and Research Institute, Deemed University at Porur, Chennai, from 2002 to 2005. And then the professor of neurology at the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University between 2005 and 2009. Consultant in neurology and a visiting consultant at various private hospitals in the city of Chennai, and mind you, my dear viewers, including his daily practice also. Doctor visits as visiting consultant in hospitals such as Apollo, Vijaya, Mallar, Devaki, National Hospital, BSS, etc. He still continues his clinical practice as a consultant neurologist at Indira Child Care, Chennai. A noteworthy feature of the medical career was, for a number of years, attending on the Maha Periyava, Jagadguru Shankaracharya, Sri Chandrasekhar Saraswati Swamigal of Kanchi Mutt, considered as the God who walked the earth. I believe that it is indeed his grace and blessing that has brought me and many other people forward in life. My heartiest thanks, my dear doctor, and welcome once again to this conversation. And just a small quote that I thought it suited you the best, because you study the divine design of brain in everyone and you edit accordingly to all your patients. Okay? Neuroscience is by far the most exciting branch of science, because the brain is the most fascinating object in the universe. Every human brain makes each human unique and defines who he or she is. And the rest is yours, doctor. You should tell us your yatra and your journey in this career, how you decided to be a doctor from a military, everything. We are waiting to hear from you, my dear doctor. My dear viewers, I always say that my dear doctor, because ava wait பண்ணுவாங்க appointment-க்கு. Now, since 1981, we know him. He is our family more than anything else. Now, a phone panna porum. Yes, madam, bango. Oh my God, I am so blessed and privileged and so exciting, because it's a special episode of our Tejas conversation. Over to you, my dear doctor.
Thank you, Sikala Bharat, for this. I deem it a great pleasure and privilege.
Oh my God, it's our privilege.
On this show, to share a few memories of mine while I go through the chronicle, my yatra in life up to this day, from the time I decided to become a doctor.
Okay.
I was born in Kumbakonam, and the sacred temple town of Kumbakonam.
Yes.
And we had a family doctor who was a real portrayal of what one would see in AJ Cron in Citadel, the family doctor that you see. And his association with us attracted me towards him. And I decided at that young age to become a doctor and to be like him. Of course, I'm left far behind in my expectation to be like him. Still,
Oh,
I have made an attempt, and that desire of mine fructified because that egged me on to do well in studies even in the younger days, and so that my entry into the medical college was without any difficulty because of the scholastic performance in the school. So naturally, I got into the medical college, and the medical college life was full of fun, great learning, and of course, you also would know that it resulted in a marriage. Okay. So that I finished my medical MBBS degree without failing anywhere in the prescribed 4.5 years. And at that time, soon after, this was in 1962, I finished. And that was the time that December of 62 was the war with the Chinese. And the general came and talked to us in the college. He said, we need doctors in the army. So my patriotic spirit and fervor made me join the army even as I was doing my house surgeoncy, which I finished in the army. So I was commissioned as a medical officer in the army. So I was taken
one
to
minute, doctor. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yes, doctor. Please continue.
So it took me initially to the military hospital in Pathankot. Thereafter, for 3.5 years, I served with the artillery regiment as its medical officer in the Kashmir area in what is popularly now known as Uri sector. There I saw Uri. We have a film there called Uri now, made on this in the operations there. So I took part in the 1965 war and rendering medical aid to the soldiers who were injured during the war, and I was very much in the forefront on the thick of the war, for which I was awarded the medals accordingly. Returning from the army, I pursued my academic career, which had been left behind for 4.5 years, and so joined the MD in JIPMER Pondicherry, MD Medicine for a 2.5-2 year period. And thereafter, after finishing there, I came to Madras and settled on what was then Madras, now known as Chennai. And soon I was attracted to the neuroscience by the great doyen of neuroscience, Dr. B. Ramamurthy. So I started.
So that was which year, doctor?
That is in 70, early 70.
Early 70s.
70. The early 70, I joined the Madras Medical College and the Institute of Neurology. And his department, he was the neurosurgeon and the head of the department. He graciously accepted my request to join him in the department. I started serving there and staying there itself, working as an honorary assistant without pay, which I continued till 86. I studied, taught medicine, neurology to generations of students, postgraduates, undergraduates, and super specialty doctors in neurology, and continuing to treat patients, all the poor patients who come to the General Hospital in Madras. And side by side, I also started developing my private practice, and which of course became a flourishing practice over the years. And
1982, I met you, doctor.
Correct. That is right. That is the time we met, and you came to me with some complaints, and I was able to do some. We were able to together find some solution to your problems.
Doctor, you and Dr. B. Ramamurthy are my walking gods, doctor.
Yeah, that your indomitable spirit to overcome that illness was a revelation to many people to whom you have revealed what you went through, which I cannot speak, of course. So you have already told many audiences the what you went through and how you overcame it. came back to dancing. That is the main thing. I know that you started dancing at the age of 7, and you have completed 50 years of your dancing, and soon you will
were
be.
there for
You
me
will
at
be.
the 40th year. You were
Yeah,
there
correct.
for me the 40th year. You're there for me for the 50th year, and this is the
Correct.
52nd year of my dancing.
Correct. Soon you will be celebrating your golden jubilee of your Arangetram also, which was in
How sweet.
72.
I know. So sweet of you to remember that, doctor.
So I know that. And you as a person has established this learning institution of Tejas. Tejas, but for
Tejas
performing
School of
arts.
Performing Arts.
So
Yeah.
Tejas School of Performing Arts, which is celebrated already more than 20 years, started in 1999.
1999. Yes.
Yeah, so, and I've been privileged to take part in all your celebrations and
Yes,
be a
doctor,
guest of
your
honor at these.
granddaughter was Varshini, was my student for a while.
Correct. Correct.
And she is a 5th generation in your family as a doctor now.
Correct. From my wife's side, she's the 5th generation doctor.
Yes,
And
yes.
so after starting this, after leaving the GH, I was also teaching in Ramachandra Medical College and various other institutions for short periods, continuing a neurological practice. And in between was that great mission in my life of being commanded or summoned by His Holiness Sri Mahaperiva, who sent for me and said, call that doctor from Chennai to come and see me.
My God.
And then
doctor, many want to know, doctor. Many want to know your interaction with Periyava, doctor.
Yeah, that is why then once I went and saw him, I diagnosed that he had a neurological problem. And he was gracious enough to take the medicine that I prescribed. And I, like a fool, was thinking that I was prescribing medicines to him. How can anyone prescribe medicines to a god? Through the Sarveswara, to the Sivan himself. Yes. Anyway, he put up that show for me and made me come every week. Every Thursday, he commanded that I should go and see him. Every Thursday morning, I would leave Madras at 4 o'clock. And after the usual religious performances, and then be at his doorstep to have the Vishwarupa Darshanam, and then attend on him. And
you are thoroughly blessed, doctor.
Yeah, so attend on him and take leave of him and take leave of Puduperiva, go to Kamachi Amman temple, come back, be at my clinic by about 9 o'clock in the morning. Wow. It used to be the ritual for every Thursday for almost 4.5 years till he left us. And that last time that I could not be there because my wife passed away at that time.
Yes.
So in the meantime, me and my wife were practicing there. Priya was born, and Priya also studied. My daughter studied medicine. She became a doctor.
And
she
is now also was learning dance for a while, no, doctor?
Yeah. She was learning dance.
Yes.
She was learning dance. And then, so she is now a renowned, reputed pediatrician like her mother.
Very much.
We both practice in the same place.
In the same
Indra we are able to provide. We were able to provide succor and relief to the thousands who approach us. This is how it has happened. So the important aspects of my medical career has been the period that I served in the army for 4.5 years. Okay. I really went through hardships of physical hardships of working in those terrains and being able to provide relief to the Jawans during the war. Okay. During the war, although it lasted only a few days, but it was a memorable experience which taught me many things in life. To that death has no terrors equal to any falsehood or stain of dishonor, and that one's duty to devotion to one's duty is paramount even in the presence of any obstacle or difficulties that come in your way. So that's where I learned the discipline, the punctuality, the commitment to one's cause, one's dedication, which I'm glad that I see in you, in your commitment to the performance of your Bharatanatyam, not only performing, but also the will to transmit it to your skill to various generations of students. I know
Thank
you have
Doctor.
had about 400 disciplines, the 400
Yes.
disciples so far. And your ability to perform and communicate has taken you to 28 countries and 5
Yes.
continents. You left off only the Arctic and Antarctic. So, because I
Doctor,
think
in that 11 that's a good one. In that 11 countries, ICCR sent me, Doctor. And then all the rest were private tours. Yeah. All
very
the rest.
good. And you've been accordingly awarded the Kalimamani and the
Yes.
various other awards by the Sri Lankan government,
Doctor, do you
the Canadian
remember
House
one
of
of the
Commons,
Yes, yes,
the
Doctor.
Canadian House of Commons, the
Toronto.
Bharata Ratnam, the Bharata Ratnam by
Doctor,
the
the
Sri
Bharata
Lanka.
Ratnam in Sri Lanka, they call it. They call it as Bharata Ratnam, the cultural, their government, the cultural center, they call it as Ministry of Cultural Affairs of Sri Lanka, called it as Bharata Ratnam, and it was given to me in December 1997.
Yes.
And you won't believe it, Doctor. Do you remember after my after the first surgery, the tumor, once the meningioma, after the brain tumor, every program in December from 1986, I had it 1984. I'll just give a call to come and take your blessings, and then I'll give a call to Dr. B. Ramurthy, take his blessings. I'm so sentimental, and till date, I'll come to you before the season. Take your blessings, doctor. Otherwise, எனக்கு ஒண்ணும் ஓடாது சரியா. டாக்டர் விஸ்வகுமார் என்ன பார்த்துட்டாக்க எனக்கு எல்லாமே சரியா போயிடும்.
I'm happy to hear that. I cherish that that respect and endearing nature of yours.
Thank you, doctor.
So that's how it's been, and I greatly admire your ability to educate your disciples and bring them up in your own Pani, like the various other Panis you have in the Bharatanatyam schools. KJ Sarsa teacher would be very proud to see you being transformed into a guru of this kind, a guru for so many disciples, and performing and choreographing and performing not only simple dance programs, but the various dance dramas of which you are so adept, particularly the Dashavatara, the Arupadai Veedu, the Mahila Mahimai, and
very recently
Vaishnavima, Annamacharya.
Very recently we had our Dashavataram, doctor, after the pandemic. Last year, March 2020 was the Ananta Padmanabha Swami Koil Adiyar and the Brahmotsavataka Adino. Ippo, very recently we did our Dashavataram for ICCR.
Fantastic. Fantastic. You stand out as a role model for people who, in spite of facing so many physical hardships of diseases, are able to spring back to life and be as ebullient as you were once before, and continue to be ebullient even though you are reaching, if I may say so, nearing 60.
Okay. Yes, I am. Doctor, I'm so touched with your words. Doctor, in that also, my dear viewers, please take this note. I am very honored to be sharing the same zodiac sign with my Dr. Viswakumar. I am 4th of July and doctor is 11th of July. Yes, doctor, you're so correct. I'll be turning 60 this 4th of July.
You don't look a year older than 40 anyway.
Thank you, doctor. That's because you and Dr. BRM told me, I told my parents, உங்களுக்கு பழைய முதல் ஸ்ரீகலா போயிட்டாச்சு, இது ரெண்டாவது ஸ்ரீகலா. So October 31st 1984 only I was reborn. அதனால இப்ப 2021ல எனக்கு என்ன வயசு?
39 years, 37 years now.
37 years old.
And not to forget the other problem also that you had, which Dr. Srimati was very ably and efficiently able to solve the problem.
That is also, doctor, because of you put me on to her. Yes.
So you're able to overcome all these physical difficulties,
all God's grace,
difficulties, doctor. And come back, that with the determination to perform again, to excel again, not only simply perform. to excel in whatever you do in life, whether it be a simple dance program or a concert which you are regularly giving the month of December in the various sabhas in Chennai, but also taking your students and performing these dance dramas and continuing to teach them, inspire them with your style of dancing and your style of the Ani and the mudras and whatever abhinayas, whatever you exhibit in your skill of dancing.
Doctor, we have to talk about you, doctor.
There's nothing more to talk
You
about
were
me.
so
You know, I'm a
sweet.
doctor. I continue to
Was
remain a
so sweet
doctor.
in talking about me, and I deem it a great blessings. In fact, doctor, I still remember you telling in our 1040, that is my 40th in 2009, October 1st, when my guru was alive. Remember, she came on a wheelchair.
She came on a wheelchair.
Yeah, to give me the blessings. At that time, even Dr. Padma Subramaniam was the chief guest among all the rest. So many others were there. The elite of the cream of our music and dance fraternity were there. It happened at Shivagami Petachi. You came on to the mic, doctor, and you said, if we are all blessed twice, Shrikala is blessed 5 times, you told, sir. And Paduka just stood up and everyone gave a standing ovation for that. And doctor, now let me ask you something.
Yeah, you can ask me anything.
Yeah, no. Any challenging, okay, we've told about us, adu paravailla. Vera edana, which challenging or patient adukaprom indha mari recover ஆயிட்டு, I think mostly, yes, everyone, but வேற யாராவது இந்த மாதிரி they have really
plenty of them, but not to the extent that you have sprung up, you know, because other people get cured, go away their life and continue to live their life and come back and perform in society and to reach a level of excellence and pinnacle of glory is not given to everybody. So that is a God's blessing to you and your indomitable spirit and resoluteness to excel. And there are many patients who to me as a consultant, as a senior consultant, now a very senile or rather old consultant.
Why do you say senile? Please, you can never be senile.
Senile in age, okay,
you
not
go
in thought
all
and
alone.
memory.
Before the lockdown, you went all alone abroad for conferences. And doctor, you never told us about your Freemason.
Yeah.
That is more interesting.
So I joined Freemasonry.
No, doctor, excuse me, doctor.
A fraternity of brotherhood. A fraternity of brotherhood.
Doctor, before telling about the Freemason, we were telling about your patients. You just tell us some more about that.
Yeah, one particular patient I would like to tell. So this is, I've got a lot of patients in Myanmar. From Rangoon, they come, Yangon, as they call it.
Wow.
So they come and regularly come and see me until this pandemic happened, which has prohibited their travel.
Yes.
So one of them was a very peculiar case, a young man, a very young fellow, I think he was 19 or 20, and whose illness had taken him to Bangkok and Singapore, and he could not be cured. Ultimately, they brought him here, and we found out what problem he had, and he was treated at Kaveri Hospital under my care, and he became all right. Now this man has become back, has taken over his father's business, which takes him to USA and other places on tours, for business tours. In fact, he wanted me to go and attend his marriage in Rangoon, which I could not do due to other commitments. So to that extent, this is one case which stands out in my memory as something remarkable. But every case is a challenge. Every patient is a challenge for me because I'm at that level of working. It is just not a simple illness. So my patients all have complicated problems.
Yeah.
They all have complicated problems, and each patient is a challenge, definitely. And to overcome that is a thrill. See, medicine is like a detective science. So you need to go at the root of the crime that has been committed. If a detective is looking at like Sherlock Holmes, like that, we have to probe and find out the root cause of the problem, and then attend to it. So you are able to give a solution, a radical solution to the problem. That's what we attempted. So that way we have many patients, and this particular instance that I told you stands out as a rarity.
Very nice, very nice. And now you
So
can tell
coming to
about the
Freemasonry,
Freemasons.
Freemasonry is a worldwide organization of
Okay.
brotherhood, which has been
Acha.
in existence for many centuries. And in India itself, it's been here for almost 3 centuries. And I became a member in 1977, and I
Lovely.
rose up to become the Grand Master of India. The picture you see in my background on my
Yes,
screen is
yes.
me in my Grand Master's regalia with His Excellency late Bharat Ratna Abdul Kalam, Dr. Abdul
Yes.
Kalam, attending the Golden Jubilee function of ours in Janpad, Delhi, where I presided over, and he was the
But
honored
when
chief guest.
during the function, when you were given this, we were all at the Chennai Trade Center. We were there. I was again.
Yeah, that was the
honored
time I was
to be
installed.
invited by you.
I was installed in 2009. For the
Yes.
first time, I made sure that this myth of secrecy about Freemasonry was exploded, and
Oh.
my installation was conducted as an open function where an honored guest like you, my mother, my
Oh my
sister,
God.
my daughter,
Doctor,
everybody.
viewers, let me tell you, this doctor has a great sense of humor, okay? My God, he is strict. The other side, he has a great sense of humor. Look at him telling, honorable guest, how sweet and what a, my God, I'm assuming person.
So that installation of mine was an open function where we told the people clearly what we are and what we are not. It's often mistaken to be a secret society. We do some occult magic. We drink wine from skulls.
Oh my God,
all
is
that
it
has been,
so?
yeah, all that has been written, no fictions.
No, I haven't read anything about Freemasonry at all.
So only to dispel that myth, we held this meeting as an open meeting to show the people how disciplined an organization it is, how well behaved the members who are called brethren, because we are brothers to each other, and so I'm continuing to maybe a member for over 44 years now, and having been at the helm of affairs, and that capacity as a past Grand Master, I'm in a kind of an advisory capacity when my advice is needed.
Lovely.
And I continue to attend my lodge. The basic unit is called a lodge, like a club in other social organizations. So we do a lot of charitable activities. I want to mention particularly one. When I was Grand Master, the Grand Lodge adopted as a Golden Jubilee project, a project called Jyotirgamaya. Jyotirgamaya, means that is, let there be light. Okay. So we adopted several villages and tribal areas and hamlets all over India and gave them solar power free of cost. So this is something people don't know much at all. So this stretches from Assam to Gujarat to Punjab to UP to Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, even Tamil Nadu, Kerala, in Wayanad area, in Kodaikanal area. We have lit up villages and given them solar power. So where the people have not seen an electric bulb in this area, in this age. So these children are able to study, the women are able to cook in the kitchen, and they are able to live a fairly comfortable
under your Freemason, when you were the...
that's right. That was our project. That was a project which cost about 3 crores. And we did it from our own collections, from our own members. And we are still maintaining some of the projects there who have not got regular electricity.
Very, very
so this is one aspect, and a lot of charitable activity is done by the Freemasons everywhere. During this pandemic, enormous amount of relief has been given to people by way of food, shelter, clothing, medicines, and whatever is needed by them, as done by other organizations. We've been in the forefront doing this. We run old age homes, we run hospitals, we run polyclinics, we run even animal husbandry clinics, and a lot of educational bursaries. So these are the activities of the Freemasons. I'm proud to be a member of this fraternity, like Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda was a Freemason. Many of the presidents of the United States of America were Freemasons. And so these are all. Rajagopalachari was a Freemason. So Like that,
Doctor,
proud to be a member of that fraternity.
very nice. Yes. Hi, doctor. Here comes my grandson.
Hi, Achu.
His usual way.
Ah,
Okay, doctor. You know, we spoke about your interest. I mean, you taking up to medicine and neurology from being in the army, servicing in the army, and then we spoke about your Freemasonry. And you know, some people want to know the more intense interaction that you had with Mahaperiva, doctor. Could you be a little more? Could you tell us some information?
Okay, now I've already told this in another interview, but I would just reiterate this. So I went to the Math to just have a darshan of him one day, and I finished my darshan to namaskaram பண்ணிட்டு நான் வந்து திரும்ப வந்தாச்சு மெட்ராஸ்க்கு. Then one of the Math people told me பெரியவாட்டேருந்து உத்தரவாயிருக்கு உங்களை வர சொல்லியிருக்கான். இப்போதான் நான் வந்து பார்த்தேன், இல்லை உங்களை வர சொல்லிருக்கேன். So I was summoned by him. He said, என்னை வந்து நீ பார்த்துட்டு போ இனிமே. Okay. So immediately I had to have another bath there and wear the particular kind of clothes. பஞ்சகச்செல்லாம் கட்டிட்டு அவரை போய் அவரை டெஸ்ட் பண்ணி அவரை போய் நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணிட்டு அவர் வந்து அவரை எக்ஸாமின் பண்ணி, pardon me for saying this very this word, but he allowed me to examine him as I examine any neurological patient. So nice. He allowed me to do that, and then I found out what problem he had, and I prescribed some medicine. Then as I was about to take leave of him, உத்தரவு வாங்கிக்கலாமான்னு சொன்னோடனே இனிமே வாரம் என்ன வந்து பார்த்துட்டு போ அப்படின்னா. So that became a mission in life. ஆமா, 4.5 years every week. அப்படி போறப்போ ஒரு தடவை சொன்னேன், அது போல நான் பெரியவாட்ட சொன்னேன், இது போல ஏதாவது எனக்கு பண்ணணும், சர்வீஸ் பண்ணணும்னு இருக்கு, பெரியவா ஒருத்தர் பண்ணோன்னே. இங்க மாத்திருபோதான் ஒருத்தர் வந்து இந்த 4 ஓல்டேஜ் பீப்புள் இருக்கா இந்த சாலை ஸ்ட்ரீட்ல, அவரோட சேர்ந்து நீயும் பண்ணு அப்படின்னா. ஸோ மாத்திருபோதம் வாஸ் த கிரியேட்டர் ஆஃப் தட் சோஷியல் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. இது சைக்காட்ரிஸ்ட், ஃபேமஸ் சைக்காட்ரிஸ்ட், வெரி வெரி ஃபண்டாஸ்டிக் பர்சன். ஸோ அவரும் நானும் வேற சில டாக்டர்ஸும் சேர்ந்து we started attending on these old people. Now, there is a number of old people became the destitute people, actually, elderly people. So that became large in number. So they were housed in Kalavai, 40 kilometers from 40 kilometers from Kanjivaram. So Periva said, "Yavala poi pathunva masam evlo seekiram mudiyumo poi panni avalukku vaidhyam pannu sonna." So he ordained me to form a trust, a registered charitable trust called Sri Kanchi Paramaguru Medical Trust. That was actually, the idea was given by Pudu Periva. And so he gave the first donation. And we started functioning. And then Periva said, இதை போய் ரெகுலராக பார்த்துட்டு வருவேன், இப்போ இன்னைக்கு பார்த்துட்டு என்கிட்ட சொன்னதுனால பார்த்துட்டு வரேன், ரெகுலராக பண்ணுவியா நீ அப்படின்னு கேட்டா. நான் சொன்னேன், பெரியவா உடம்புலையும் மனசுலையும் தைரியத்தை கொடுத்து உடம்புல சக்தி இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் இதை பண்ணிடுவோம். To this day we are continuing, except for this wretched pandemic which prevented us from going there. Otherwise, he used to go there periodically in Kalavai. And he also asked me to attend another old age home in Kalahasti in Andhra Pradesh, Sri Kalahasti, where the temple is there. So we used to go alternate months here and there, attend on these people, give them the medicines for the period until our next visit. And also there were handicapped children there. Our education also we look after. And we have educated people, young handicapped boys in B.Ed, B.E. One boy has done MSc, MPhil. So really, he is running a free tutorial in Kalavai village now. To that extent, we have educated those people. அவளுக்கு துணிமணி வாங்கி கொடுக்கறது, அவளுடைய ஸ்கூல் ஃபீஸ் கட்டுறது, காலேஜ் ஃபீஸ் கட்டுறது, all this is done by this trust, and take care of the health of the elder people. Now there are about 100 people there. So we go periodically and do it. This service is what he ordained me.
Doctor, இவ்வளவு நீங்க multifaceted, that is what I believe, and I really look up to you. Don't you think we must make time to do all this?
Correct. People ask, where do you find the time? I said, time fills my activity. My day starts at 4:30. Generally, it doesn't end on the day on which it begins. Okay.
Okay, naturally it doesn't, because I know you go to
So,
MCC to play
so it
tennis.
starts with tennis, yoga now added to
Yes,
that, yoga, tennis. I'm an avid tennis player. Every day I play tennis, even at
yes,
this age, even this morning.
yes,
So that keeps me fit and keeps
fantastic.
me finish that activity, come
My
back
dear
and then do a
viewers,
little
please
rounds in
take
the
note of
hospital
doctor's
and
words, how
be on
he
time in the
says,
clinic.
yeah, how he says that every day of playing tennis keeps him fit. Okay, my dear audience and viewers, this point has to be noted. Okay, and doctor, what were you saying? Because I started talking, you said that after the tennis makes you fit the whole day.
Yeah, come back and start my clinic on time. I'm always there on time at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm never late at all. So,
Excellent.
and then it goes on and on until about 8 o'clock in the night, and for a little while break for lunch in the afternoon and a small 20-minute power nap. So that keeps me going for the rest of the day. And I find time for Rotary, for Freemasonry, for charitable activities, for tennis, for other social functions. So one has to be committed to an
Yes,
activity so that we can find time. It is
yes.
silly to say I don't have time. I
Even
have
I
time
don't
for
believe
everything.
that. Yes, doctor.
Yeah, I have time for everything. I find
Yes,
time. So it
yes.
fits in your program, fits in your agenda, and you make sure that you are there on time. So it works.
Super, doctor. Very nice. And doctor, some of them really wanted to know the exact how you treat the epilepsy, because some people think that there are many different types of epilepsy. Is it true, doctor?
Correct, correct. See,
Uh,
epilepsy is a general term for a kind of a all our abnormal electrical activity in the brain. All our actions, thoughts, deeds are all controlled by electrical activity within the billions of cell connections, wires called neurons in the brain.
okay.
When something goes wrong with the disease of the brain, these connections get short circuited and neurons start firing out of control, and that results in what is known as a fit or an epilepsy. It may take
Okay.
many forms. People may just become unaware for a few minutes, or blink, have a jerk, or fall down and have jerking of all the limbs, and what we see on the streets sometimes, the kakavalipan solramadi. So it
Correct.
takes various forms, and the treatment differs for each kind of epilepsy. Now, unlike the earlier times, 50, 60 years ago, now we have enormous number of drugs and surgical methods to cure epilepsy or control epilepsy, depending on the type of epilepsy. Sometimes it runs in families, it's called genetic epilepsy. Sometimes it is due to disease in the brain, like a stroke or a tumor in the brain can
Okay.
produce epilepsy. So that kind of thing. So you will have to identify what the epilepsy is due to and accordingly treat. But the main thing is, if you are given medications, it must be continued regularly without interruption, even for a single dose. And
Okay.
the life can be pretty normal in these people, except for a few restrictions. Like obviously, an epileptic person cannot drive a vehicle. He cannot work in an automatic machinery. He should not
Okay.
stand on the heights and do any work like the construction work. These are
Okay.
things that you should not do. Other than that, they're pretty normal life. The girls can get married, get children, have normal family life. All that can happen. So
Very
it
nice.
is a it is a disease which can be controlled with modified life style and continued medication, continued uninterrupted medication, which should be complied with. That is very
Okay.
essential. The society must accept that this is a kind of a disease, and do not have the let them not have the stigma, especially in schools. When child has a fit, the child is asked by the teacher not to come to school. That is silly.
You
So the child can very well attend school, attend all the sports activities. As you know, some of my patients whom you know. So attend all sports activities and all educational activities. There is no bar at all, except they must have adequate sleep, have food on time, take the medicines regularly. They can lead a pretty normal life, even boys
okay.
and girls.
Okay. Okay. And doctor, what is your, okay, you've given the advice, doctor. And Ninga Vande, you had given me, contributed an article for the coffee table book, Dance of the Brain.
Hmm. Yeah.
Actually, it is, how did you relate the brain and the dance, doctor?
See, the brain has specified functions for specified activities. We
Okay.
have specified areas in the brain, the left brain and the right brain. There are two halves of the brains. Okay, each has assigned function. More of the intellectual activities in the front brain, more of the memories in the somewhere in the inside, more of the motor physical activities in some other portion, more of the sensory appreciation is on the portion, musical appreciation and performing arts and fine arts, they're all located in certain places. Even a person cannot speak, can sing. You cannot take on a conversation, can sing. So, so that can happen. So people get paralyzed and cannot speak, and they can sing a song. That happens in people because there are different areas of the brain which are responsible for this. So the talent is developed in one portion of the brain, and how you use that portion of the brain and further enhance the talent and develop more and more talent and work on it to fine tune it, it all depends on the way you develop that area of the brain.
Fantastic.
And use that area of the brain.
Fantastic, fantastic. And doctor, now coming to the, of course, listening to you means the good strain madri poinde irukum. Ninga avlo engalukku sollala. And now the present pandemic, since it started from last year, 2020, February, March, what do you think? What is, I mean, we want you to tell us about this for the youngsters, for the elders. In fact, I had my shot day before yesterday, the first shot, doctor. So, what is co-vaccine and what is COVID shield? And
this is yeah, go on.
Yeah, please explain more to us about that, doctor.
See, the pandemic has hit us very hard.
Yes.
Has confined us, all of us, at home for during the lockdown period and curtailed our activities, curtailed our freedom, curtailed our economic growth, curtailed our professional activities, interaction with people, and has really brought much misery to the whole mankind in all countries, and our country is no exception to this. Now we are slowly coming out of it, but not far from it that we have overcome the disease. That is why to beat this disease and develop immunity in our system to disease, we need this vaccine. To us in India, there are two kinds of vaccines available: Covishield and Covaxin, which act a different way, but both are equally efficient. All the people who have undergone the trials, who have done the trials, are very clearly mentioned. For instance, I have taken Covaxin, so has our Prime Minister. Okay, so so it proves that both are equally good. So one need not worry about whether I should take this or whether I should take the other one. So both are equal. You can take either of them. It provides immunity against the severity of the disease. By taking vaccine, it's not I will not get COVID. I may still get COVID, but the severity of the COVID is reduced, far reduced by the efficacy of the vaccine. How long it will last, the efficacy will last, how long the immunity will last, we are still in a stage where we do not know. Even WHO has not been able to clearly tell us how long the immunity will last. Maybe we'll have to take a booster dose now and then. That over a period of time, the government will tell us, the health authorities will tell us, and we'll take another shot. I have finished my 2 shots. So, and they give you a certificate, vaccination certificate from the government of India. Keep that. It may be probably it will be required as a passport, as an additional passport when you travel hereafter. The countries may insist on this. So keep that safe and make sure that you get vaccinated. All ages, all people with any kind of illnesses, except certain specific illnesses where they have to exercise caution. That is all. That need not be told here. That's all very exceptional, rare diseases in certain immunocompromised people who have no immunity in their systems. So as a vast majority of people, I can say 98% of people can get vaccinated. It is better that this will provide immunity to the whole community. So that it's possible that it is possible that you may not be able to, you may not transmit the disease, and even if you transmit, the severity of the disease will be less. But one thing is, just because you're vaccinated doesn't mean you can roam around freely without a mask, not adopt social distancing. That's all silly. We
Yes.
still have to follow the same precautions. Same
Sanitizing and
precautionary measures have to be adopted, like, wear a mask all the time whenever you are outside, and keep the social distancing, and not to get crowded in places.
and
These are all
sanitizing
things.
your hands. Yeah.
Wash hand washing, sanitizing the hand, and not touching the nose. If you touch the nose or mouth or eyes, you must wash the hands so that you
No.
don't transmit it to others.
Okay.
That is
okay.
very important. That's how you can overcome the disease. By preventing, you are transmitting the disease to others. And that is a social responsibility for every citizen. It
Very
is
good.
very much responsible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, doctor, thank you so much. I think this 1 hour that it's gone by so soon. And I really wish we can talk more, because the viewers really want to know more and more from you. And you have, I think you've advised, 1 minute, you've advised them enough. And thank you so much to have honored us.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
With
Thank
your
you for
presence
giving
as
me
a
this
guest to our
opportunity.
Tejas
Thank you,
conversation
Tejas.
here today.
Tejas.
Thank you, my dear doctor. And as always, please bless all of us in Tejas,
Yeah.
and our family, of course.
My good wishes to all people in Tejas, you, this little one who's sitting on your lap now. Achu.
Achu, you remember one day in the lockdown, when the lockdown was just lifted, he said, Patti, I want to see Dr. Sukumara Pakano. And you were kind enough to say, Yennamma, say mask because he was seeing you only in the WhatsApp picture. And he was very keen to know who you are in person. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
so
Nikala.
much. And my
It's been a great
viewers
pleasure
and audience,
taking part in this program.
Thank you.
Give my love to. And I cannot close this program without mentioning how your mother sang. I saw it in a YouTube program. Fantastic performance. So that lady of that age, she is so well, able to sing. Please pass on my compliments to her.
Thank you. I already told her. But 2013, when Srikanth was Srikanth Anna was the chairman of the National Selection Cricket Committee, Adila Vandu Jaya TV, they had taken Amma and Srikanth a program called Album. So now the Chitta Vaisla photo la varum. It came as 2 episodes. Adila idu vandu Srirangam perla irukra Pashuram.
Pashuram Padna.
எல்லா டேம்ப்ராம் எல்லா இதுலயும் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. And ஐயர் network அப்படின்னு I only, as you say, we three are so blessed to be born to her and have her as a mother. ஏன்னா அப்படி ஒரு charitable nature, ரொம்ப எல்லாரும் சொல்ல எனக்கு எவ்வளவு பேர் எனக்கு அனுப்புறாங்க டாக்டர். And imagine, for Srikanth couple in the Sunil Gavaskar, all the 83 World Cup people have been sending Srikanth the wishes that Chika, your mother is too good. அம்மாக்கு ஒண்ணுமே ரியலைஸ் பண்ண மாட்டேன்றா. ஓ அப்படியா, அவ்வளவுதான்.
He's so humble.
Yeah. I'll definitely tell her, doctor. I'll surely tell. She'll be so happy that you gave her all compliments and everything, because in the beginning, how she used to be so scared of you. And I still remember you having told Dr. Kamal auntie, Reddy uncle's wife, Prabhas uncle, Dr. Kamal, என்னோட பேச்ச நான் கிழிச்ச கோட்டை தாண்டாதது ஸ்ரீகலா மட்டும்தான். I said, that's why Kamal auntie, I'm like this. I can't even know. எல்லா டாக்டருமே எனக்கு டாக்டர் விஸ்வகுமார் தான். Any complaint, I'll ask, be it in the stomach or kai or kal. It's not only, அது neuro அப்படியே tumor போயாச்சு for everything. So let the Almighty bless you with many more years, doctor.
Thank you.
Many more years of service.
God bless you. God bless you all at Tejas. May your good work continue.
Thank you. And my best wishes to Priya and everyone in your family also.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye-bye.